Non-negotiables for healthy aging, aka just what we do here at Preamble. Number one, don't die unexpectedly from unexpected stuff. Genetic testing, sometimes advanced cardiovascular imaging, it is taking a thorough look of what you're at risk for, evaluating that risk, avoiding the risk too. Risk like poor metabolic health, that is the biggest contributor to the things likely to kill us unexpectedly, right? Cardiovascular disease, cancer, dementia. Understanding where the landmines are for the things most likely to kill us, our risk, you can get a big picture of this. It doesn't take much, it takes a little bit of effort, a little bit of money, but super useful. Number two, move. Like move a lot. You likely misunderstand the amount of activity that you owe to the universe. Just to keep entropy at bay, we're supposed to be moving a lot. And I know we're evolving as a species down, technology and AI, but we came from these beings that were out in the field and just out in the community were naturally getting 12 to 15,000 steps per day, but they didn't have a Fitbit to track it. It was just part of living. We owe that to the universe. It makes the body function better. It makes people feel better. You should build on top of that, I think, because there is some benefit to having some muscle mass and some strength to interact out in the world. And so you should also lift heavy stuff a couple times a week. Sure, it could be in the gym doing meathead stuff. It could be doing some functional strength. I like that too. Whatever somebody likes to do, like lift some heavy stuff a couple times a week. It's good to sprint every once in a while in some fashion. By that, I just mean getting your heart rate up pretty darn high for some sustained period of time, 30 seconds, minute, few minutes. Doesn't take much to stress that system out, but it's good to do that every once in a while. Working on the smaller things too, stability, mobility wise, core. Everyone stops thinking about these things, or they don't put them in their program as much as they do. Or that's all they put in their program, right? It could go either way. Number three, don't kill yourself with food. People's biggest problem, I think, is just sabotaging everything through the nutrition side of things. And this is even a lot of people who think that they, eat clean or well. I think they probably do eat clean and well for some portion of their month, but they severely underestimate the consistency of this. And some people aren't even trying, right? Those people are just throwing poison on the whole system. If you can structure the consistency of your food in a way to where, it's just more in line with, what your body needs for that level of activity that you're doing, you can get to this nice equilibrium. And when you're burning a lot of calories and your body's working great, then, you can get away with the quality of the calories being a little bit worse sometimes so that you can have the stuff that you want from time to time. But don't kill yourself with food, right? And in fact, or once you stop, adding all the extra crap in there, once you're aware of what it is, maybe you saw it on a continuous glucose monitor, and then starting to structure it with some sound principles of, how much protein am I getting? Where's it coming from? What is my goal? What am I trying to do here? Do I need to adjust the amount, the type of carbohydrates? Sometimes you have to zoom in even more to the, how many calories you're doing per day. But just start with the basics, I would say. That's the non-negotiable. You can get to a place that's very intuitive in the way that you eat, the amount of protein you consume, and just your natural rhythm of life that is in line with the way that you move. And you don't have to spend all this extra time tracking things, but it takes a little bit of effort sometimes to get there. Number four, sleep. Yeah, for sure. I guess I would kind of add in this like recovery and load management. There's so many different reasons sleep can be messed up, and sometimes your sleep is messed up because you're working too much, or you're too stressed at life, or there's just these external factors on your life that you can't control. Like you're not going to sleep well then you're going to sleep poorly, and then you're going to deal with it worsely, kind of a vicious cycle. There's also the idea of there's people who they go, yeah, you know what? I've got to adopt that kind of unhealthy compulsion to stay healthy and exercise. We all need it probably a little bit, but then they just can't stop, right? And they go too much. And then you see problems that look a little bit different where you need to reel back some of that effort so that their body can rest, so it can build, and just their general fatigue. They think if they exercise more that their fatigue is going to get better. They've lost the point where that became the reason for their fatigue.